What's up, New York fans? Foreign counting here. Uh, it's the 4th of July. Hoping everybody has a safe, happy holiday. Um, they're doing fireworks over by where I live, so you might hear the fireworks here and there. I apologize for that. Um, but let's get down to business. Um, there's a lot of things going around in the NBA. Kevin Durant has asked for a trade. It seems like Kyrie Irving is going to be traded. And where does that leave the New York Knicks? And also you have the addition of Rudy Gobert going to the Minnesota Timberwolves to team up with Big Cat. And you also have DeJounte Murray teaming up with Ice Tray in Atlanta. So, where does that leave the New York Knicks? Um, I think that it leaves the Knicks in a not a precarious position, but a position where they can flourish, and also a position where they can perish. Um, let's talk about the flourish part first. Um, the New York Knicks have been rumored to trade for Donovan Mitchell. Um, he was seen at the New York Met game. He threw out the first pitch. Uh, he has ties with Leon Rose. Just like Jalen Brunson, he has a connection with the New York Knicks organization. Um, let's talk about the perish. What do you have to give up to get Donovan Mitchell? And now that Rudy Gobert is gone, does Donovan Mitchell want to leave Utah? Um, I think the answer to that is yes, ultimately, but I don't think the Knicks is the place where he wants to go. I could see Donovan Mitchell being traded to the Miami Heat. Um, Pat Riley has a innate ability of just coming out of the woodwork and making something happen. Um, and plus, if I'm the Knicks, you know, the asking price for Donovan Mitchell is my opinion, is too high. You're talking about 4 first round picks. That's a lot. They're probably not going to be protected. So at least one of them, if not two, you know, worst case scenario, are going to be in the lottery. So that's kind of high for me. Um, if you said 2 first round picks and Evan Fournier, I'd make that trade in a heartbeat. But I don't think Danny Ainge is gonna jump at um, the likes of Evan Fournier joining his organization. Because Evan Fournier sucks. I mean, let's just put it out there. That would be a salary cap dump for the Knicks. Um, that would give the Knicks a legit backcourt, in my opinion. You talk about Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, and Mitchell Robinson. That's a nice team. That's a nice team, you know. But the situation is in question. What do you have to give up for Donovan Mitchell? Because Danny Ainge is not going to let him go for free. And Danny Ainge has a history of fleecing the teams that he trades with. You know, I'll give you this one pick and you give me 9 picks. Things like that. And the Knicks aren't in that position. The Knicks are in rebuild mode. They're in a kind of like the Giants, where it's a rebuild, but if we do well, it's okay. You know, I think that's where they are right now. I think with Jalen Brunson, he's not my top choice at point guard. I think the Knicks should have went a different route with some more size. I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Love him. I mean, I I love him. But you're talking about trading him and working with Sam Presti, and how many draft picks are you gonna give OKC for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Because now you're talking about maybe Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to get him, you're talking about maybe trading Julius Randle as well as 4 draft picks, you know. So, and OKC already has a boatload of draft picks in these upcoming drafts. I think they got like 14 picks in the next like 8 drafts. It's insane. So they're definitely moving in the right direction as far as draft picks, draft capital, building up their team from the right way. You know, building their team the right way. Now the big question is Donovan Mitchell going to the New York Knicks? My answer, my opinion is no. I think Danny Ainge is asking for too much, and I hope that Leon Rose sees that. And you know, I just hope that the Knicks keep doing what they're doing. You know, Cam Reddish is a terrific perimeter defender. He's got long arms. He's a big body. He can guard 4 positions. My opinion, you trade Evan Fournier. I mean, you get him off the books, period. And you start Cam Reddish. And you have Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. I don't think that's bad. I think that's a playoff team. Definitely a play-in team on the bubble. But I think it's a legit playoff team. Lower tier, maybe a 7 seed. But worst case scenario, definitely a play-in team. Play-in tournament. I want Donovan Mitchell. I would like to have Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a hell of a talent, but I just think the asking price is too high. 4 first-round picks, I think that's a little too high. When you can get comparable 2 guards, you know, Tyrese Halliburton, out there in Indiana, who the Knicks should have drafted, could have drafted, but didn't. But we're not going to get into that. But, you know, pairing him with Jalen Brunson, you got 2 ball handlers. You got 2 guys who aren't necessarily have to have the ball in their hands to get going. You know, they're good spot up shooters, which is what the Knicks need, which is what the NBA is touring to right now. And you're also getting a young player. They lost out on DeJounte Murray, which that sickens me. You know, you're talking about, you know, a Russell Westbrook type player. Doesn't necessarily have the explosiveness, but I'm talking about a triple double any given night. You know, I think he averaged 21 points, 10 assists, and like 7 rebounds. And led the league in steals, which is what you need. And if that guy is on the trading block, that's who you trade for, in my opinion, if you're the New York Knicks. But we're not going to go there. He's on the Atlanta Hawks, and so that's not going to happen. Now, they're saying that there's also rumors that the Knicks can also acquire Donovan Mitchell in a 3-way deal where John Collins comes to the Knicks with a first-round pick. Julius Randle goes to the Atlanta Hawks. Donovan Mitchell comes to the Knicks with 3 first-round picks and Evan Fournier. That I necessarily wouldn't do either. I think Julius Randle is going to have a bounce back year. He's not in his 30s. You're talking about a guy who's in his late 20s. And what is he? Maybe 27, 28, I think he's going to be this season. I think he's got a couple of good years left in him. I wouldn't do that either. So the answer to all of this melodrama, Donovan Mitchell to the New York Knicks, I don't think is going to happen. I would like it to, but I don't think it's going to happen. So where does that leave the Knicks now? That leaves the Knicks in a precarious position because they're the New York Knicks. They're the team in New York. I don't care this Brooklyn shit. I don't care what anybody says about that. They're the team that, when you talk about basketball, people talk about the New York Knicks. People talk about Madison Square Garden. Even though it's turning into a shithole, rats running around and, saying hi to you when you sit in your seats. But but it's still the Mecca. It's still the Garden. People still, have dreams of wanting to play there. I know I did. But I don't see Donovan Mitchell coming here. Do I think the Knicks are done? No. I think they're going to find a way to trade Evan Fournier and get him off the books because they have to re-sign RJ Barrett. And to do so and to stay under the luxury tax, they got to get rid of Evan Fournier. And I'm more than happy with that. Because they have comparable people to step in his place. You got Cam Reddish, you got Quentin Grimes. You can run a double tandem with Jalen Brunson and Emmanuel Quickley. So who shows a propensity to score when he's on the court. So I don't think the Knicks are starving for scoring. So I don't think that that's the answer. Mitchell is a pretty good defender. He's a damn good on-ball defender. But I don't think you have to have Donovan Mitchell. It's nice to hear, that a guy wants to come to New York. It shows that the culture is changing a little bit from when James Dolan was running the basketball operations. But I don't think the Knicks need to give up their future. Stay the course. Re-sign Carmelo Anthony, bring him back to New York, because you need some more scoring off the bench, some more punch, and just roll with the squad that you have, man. And next year, use your draft picks. Use your draft picks. There's going to be some free agents out next year. The Knicks are going to be players in that. They'll have salary cap, especially if they get rid of Evan Fournier. And they'll be able to go after people hard. A lot of people. So, and, it's going to take money to pry them players from these teams because a lot of guys are going for those supermaxes. 5-year, $250 million deals. So they're willing to stay with their team even though they're trash to get that supermax. So, the Knicks are going to have money dangling around to try to pry players away from their team. And the only way you can do that is stand pat, stand firm, stay with what you have, get rid of Evan Fournier at all costs, and then talk about it next year. But like I said, I hope everybody had a happy holiday, stayed safe for the 4th of July. Hope everybody got out there on the grill. I know I did. Well, my wife did actually. And had a good time, family, friends, things of that nature. And let me know what you think. Should the Knicks trade for Donovan Mitchell? Should the Knicks give up 4 draft picks for Donovan Mitchell? And do the Knicks, well, I'm not going to say the Knicks don't need Donovan Mitchell, but is Donovan Mitchell going to answer your questions? Does Donovan Mitchell, and not a knock on Donovan Mitchell, he's a hell of a ball player, but does Donovan Mitchell make you a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference? I don't think he does. Not a knock on him, but I just think the way the Knicks are constructed, I don't think he makes you a top 4 team. He'll definitely make you a play-in team, a 6 seed, something of that nature. But I don't think he's gonna crack. I don't think with him the Knicks are gonna crack the top 4, because you got Milwaukee, you got Chicago with they re-signed Zach LaVine. You got Philadelphia. James Harden has been working out. He's been showing that he's dedicated, which is something like, Joel Embiid wanted to see. You have Miami still there with Jimmy Butler. And then you got the Boston Celtics still there. So, I think the Knicks are battling with Indiana and Atlanta and stuff like that. So let me know what you think. Subscribe. Leave your comments below. I'll answer them as always. Try my best to answer all of them. And let me know if the Knicks should trade for Donovan Mitchell. And is Donovan Mitchell the answer? That's what I really want to hear from you people. Is he the answer? Is Donovan Mitchell what what you want? And is Donovan Mitchell the key to the future of the New York Knicks? Okay. God bless y'all. Have a safe one. I'm out. Peace.